Sukuyanade. Welcome to the showcase for Beroya. Beroya means bounty hunter, and it's a solo card game for use with the Sabacc Mandalorian card deck. So the three bounties you are looking for are these three cards in front of us. That's Haa'runi, Haa'runi, and Arasum. We look at these cards, and then we put them in the deck, and we shuffle. And then we create a 3x3 grid. From there, we will draw one card. And we happen to draw Cod. Now, whenever you draw Cod Haa'runi or any of the other bounties, you have to face its damage. All of the bounties deal 6 damage, and they have 6 health. So, we will tick down our health at 6 because we have no way to defend ourselves. And then you will go at the bottom of the deck. And then, after you've drawn and you've resolved the card that you drew, you can then search the area for your bounties. Obviously, one of them is not here, but there could be Hod or Arasum in this grid. So that's what we're looking for. We flipped over another card that will deal damage. There are 2 types of cards besides the bounties that deal damage. That's the daggers, the Kale, or the swords, Kade. This is a 5, specifically -5. Because we have no cards to defend ourselves with, we lose 5 health. This is getting bad pretty quick. So we will discard that card and replace it with a new card from the deck. And then we will draw again. This is a 2 of Kara. Kara means stars. So what those stars do, the red stars, they take 2, because it's 2, value of 2, they take any value of the card out of the grid and put them at the bottom of the deck. You can pick any card. It doesn't matter which, so I could just pick 2 random cards, put them at the bottom of the deck. And then refill the grid and place the red card that we just resolved off into the discard pile. Now we can pick from the grid again. Let's pick this card. Alright, so the gray cards are good cards. The red cards are negative cards. Except for the bounties, their color doesn't matter. Because this is a gray Kara card, a Beskar Kara card, the red cards are called Tal, or blood. Beskar is metal, Mandalorian metal specifically. This one does a similar effect. This one has a similar effect as the red version, only it's beneficial. Instead of taking 4 cards in this case and putting them at the bottom of the deck, we get to peek 4 cards, but we don't get to do it yet. First, we have to add it to our hand. Now it's in our hand. We can have up to 6 cards in our hand. Right now we have 1 card. And so the next turn we can spend that card to scan the grid. So before we can do that, we refilled the deck, or rather, we refilled the grid, and then we draw from the deck again. Okay, now this is another bounty. Because bounties deal 6 damage, this is Hold On, we actually die. We lose all of our health, and that's the end of the game. So I'm going to play a few more times, and hopefully it'll go better for us. Right, so I refilled the grid, and we will draw. This time we draw a Beskar card. This is a Kal, and it's a 3. So this is a good weapon. It's about average weapon, rather, that we can use to defend ourselves. That was our draw, so then after drawing, we can search the grid again. Let's pick this card. Alright. So, as we explained with this one, we can scan, because this is a 6, we could scan 6 cards now that it's in our hand. But first, we have to do the next turn. You can only taking the card, flipping the card, and adding it to your hand counts as an action, and you can only do one in a turn. So now we have to draw again for our next turn, and this is a -1. However, because it's a karta, it acts as armor. Karta means heart, by the way. But whenever you pull a tal, that's red, and karta, heart, you put it on the side of the grid. Here, you can put it here, or you can put it here, or here, or here. It doesn't matter where you put it, as long as you put it somewhere and you just build from that direction. I usually start it right here in the corner, and then I go this way as I add more, and then up here as I add more. But for now, we'll just put it there. What that does is, if I search this part of the grid and my bounty is there, this card will be added to its health pool. So if I happen to draw this card, it's my turn now, so let's just say I flip this card, and this one is a 3 of swords, and this one is a red 3 of swords, so it will be attacking us. What I can do is defend myself with this. Now this only applies, this karta only applies with the bounties. With regular swords or daggers, you don't need to worry about this. You just need to worry about the card that you flipped. In this case, a 3. I have a 3 of daggers, which I can defend, and both get discarded, and I lose no health. Then we refill the grid. Then I draw again. Now this is a 4 of kata, so we're going to take 4 random cards. We're just going to put them at the bottom of the deck. And discard that card. And now we can pick from the deck again. Now I'm going to avoid this bottom row because I know if there is a bounty here, then I'll have to add at least 6 plus 1 here because they have a 1. So I'd have to do at least 7 damage, and I don't have any cards doing damage right now. So I don't want to find a bounty there. Alright, this one, a Beskar karta, or a karta Beskar, is used for healing. So if I took damage, which I haven't at the moment, but once I take damage, I can discard this card for 3 health. So let's refill the grid and draw. We found another weapon, a 4 of daggers. So this is good, a 4 of kale, as you can see, kal. So let's search the grid again, but let's scan it first. So I'm going to burn this and look at these 6 cards. Okay, so I can scan them for just a moment, and then I flip them back over. So now I know that they're all positive cards to me, except for this one, which is a Dikut. A Dikut is an idiot, or a Psylop in regular Sabacc. Dikut means idiot in Mandalorian. So, before I can do anything at the grid, burning that card counted as my action. So I have to draw again. And what do you know? I draw another one of those. So, let's go ahead and pick the Dikut, just because it'll be interesting. So, I scanned this and I saw this. So, what you do when you come across a Dikut is you take the Sabacc dice and you roll. If you roll positive, then you have a positive Dikut, which is a sword you can use, or a dagger you can use. And if you roll negative, then it's one that attacks you. So let's see. And if it's 0, then it's neither, and you can just discard it. But in this case, we have a positive 3 result, which means this is a weapon of 3 that we can use to defend ourselves. So picking that card was our action, so let's draw. Okay, so this one is a 6 of daggers. So in that case, we will defend ourselves with a 4 of daggers and take 2 points of damage. And both get discarded. Right, so then let's flip a card. I know these are all helpful to me in some way. So, but I don't remember which was which, so I'm just going to pick one. Okay, that's a 5 of hearts, so I can heal more. That's good. Let's draw again. Okay, so I can defend myself with this, and if I recall correctly, yes, it was 3. So I defend against 5 and take 2 points of damage with my 3. So now that I'm at 8 health points, I'm going to go ahead and spend my 3 of Karta and get 3 points back. Then we'll draw again because that was my turn. And then we have 5 of Kara, which means 5 of these cards need to go at the bottom of the deck. And because I know these cards are beneficial to me, I'm going to make it these 5 cards. Sorry. Okay. Oops. Right. Then I will discard that card, and I will search the deck. Or the grid, rather. Alright, so we got a 5 of Kad. Kad is swords. Let's have a draw. And we drew Kad Harangir. So we cannot beat Kad Harangir with a 5, but we can defend ourselves. So we will take 1 point of damage because he will do 6 in this game. So he does 6 damage, and then he goes back to the bottom of the deck, and we discard our weapon we used to defend ourselves. Now, if we had a 6, then we could have beat him right then and there and have collected a bounty, but not yet. So that was a draw, so we resolved the draw. Then we can take an action. So our action will be to flip this card here. Okay, that's another scan, but only for 1. All right. This is another karta, which means it goes onto the side of the grid here. And now this whole row is protected by this, if the bounty is in this row, that is. All right. So let's search the grid again and pull a 4 of daggers, okay, or rather 4 of swords. And let's draw. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take the 2 damage from that dagger and just move on, because I don't want to waste my 4 of swords on defending that. And I have this 5 of hearts to heal with anyway. Because this is only a 1, let's have a look down here. Maybe we will find that bad guy down there that we need to capture. Okay, so we have currently 5 cards in our hand, so we can only take 1 more. We have to draw again. Okay, a 4. Yeah, screw it, I'll take the 4 damage. And then I will burn the 5 of hearts. Just take 5 health back. Then we'll draw again. Okay, this time I am not going to take the damage. I'm just going to block it and lose that 4 of swords. So now I don't really have a good weapon to fight with, so gonna need to find something soon. Let's have a look over here. Okay, we got a 6 of daggers. Okay, that's really good. Then we draw again, and we got Haa'runi. Because we have a 6, we can directly take hold. So 6 overpowers hold, and now we have 1 of our bounties that we're looking for. So let's have another look in the grid. Let's pick this card. Okay, 5. So now I have a bunch of scans, so I might as well start using them after this turn. Okay, these 2 cards will go at the bottom of the deck. And then we'll discard this card. And then let's go ahead and scan 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I know this card and this card are beneficial to me. So after this next round, which perfect, a 1 blocks that 1, we can now pull a better card, this one. And hopefully this isn't a weapon. Okay, it's not. And this one. Okay, we can take one more card into our inventory here. So let's have a look here. Okay. So I could take this, and I might as well. But if I want to take this card, I'll have to discard another card. Because I can only have 6. Okay. There's the Mythosaur. Okay, so the Mythosaur acts just like a Karta card, and it goes in the row there. So now it's protecting that with a value of 6. Let's burn this and have a look and make sure, because I don't remember what was in there. Okay. Let's grab this 6 of swords next round. I'll go ahead and grab that. Actually, I'll go ahead and grab it and then burn it as a turn. Okay, Dekut. So we roll for the Dekut. Okay, it's a -2. Let's just go ahead and take the -2 health. Might as well. And I can burn my 4 of Karta. Go back up to 12, full health. Then we draw again. Let's go ahead and block that with the 1. Not take any damage, stay at full health. Didn't need to. I probably could have tanked the 1, but it's no big deal. Let's have a look. Let's burn this. We'll look down here. Okay. Okay, that's good. We'll look at this one. Okay, that's not good. I'm gonna just tank the 5 damage. Was this a heart? It was. So I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna draw Besulik. Okay, I'll explain what that does in just a moment. I'm going to get 2 health back. So the Besulik can be bound to a weapon card, say this 5. So now, whenever you defend with this 5, it is brought back to your hand after defending rather than discarding like you would normally, but only with the card that it's bound to. So in this case, we're binding it to the 5, it'll stay bound to the 5 until the Besulik is killed. And the only way to kill the Besulik is by, say, if Arasum or Kadharangir were in this top row where the Mythosaur is protecting, if I attacked using the Besuliks and the 5 there, then the Besulik and the 5 would be killed, and so would the Mythosaur. You'll see that if that happens. I'll go ahead and try pulling from here. Okay, so see, for example, this is a 6, a -6, and this is a 5. So we're going to defend with this, which is protected by the Besulik, so it gets to stay in our hand. But this one is discarded, and we take 1 point of damage. All right, I'm going to search the same card again after I draw. Okay, so that's a 3. We can defend the 3 with our 5 again. So we're safe as long as we have this Besulik and we don't lose it to fighting up in this area here. Okay, we're getting low on this deck here. So what was it here? Okay, another 6. So basically now this card is going to be very difficult to attack. Almost impossible because it has to be 6. If Cod or Hod, sorry, not Hod, Arasum is here, then I'd have to do the 6 damage against its health by default, then 6 from the Mythosaur, and then 6 from this -6. So that is very bad if it happens to be there. And once again, that goes there. And then we draw. Okay, so that's actually good. It's very good that I happened to draw Cod, because otherwise I would have never gotten him out of there. So in order to beat Cod, we'll have to use this, and we'll have to use one of these, because this is only a 5 and Cod takes 6. So we're attacking with 7, which is overkill, but it allows us to capture Cod, and the Basilisk and the 5 are still alive. So now we're going to search here, and we're basically going to search this spot exclusively until we run out of cards, because I wanted to show off. Okay, well, there we go. So now that we're out of cards, there's no more drawing. We just search the grid. So let's just start searching. This will be the easiest card to attack because it's a 1 and a 2. So let's go ahead and grab that. Let's go ahead and burn it. And we can search 3 cards. So the next 3 cards I want to search are this one, and this one. Okay. I'm going to grab this one, then I'm going to burn it. Go up to full health again. Let's search this card. Okay, this is 3. So we put 3 cards here. And then I guess, because you can't put them at the bottom of the deck because there's nothing there now again. But we just refill the grid and however we feel like. So I could have put it down here if I felt like it, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. This is what I wanted anyway. Haa'runi is protected by a 5 and a 6, and there's 6 on it by default. So what I have to do is get 12 plus 5, 17. I need 17 damage to kill kill Haa'runi. And I only have 10 right now. So this is not looking good unless I can find some really powerful weapons, but I'm pretty sure most of my powerful weapons are put away. So I'm not sure we're going to be able to win here. We'll have a look. Okay, there's a 6. That's good. That's one of the most powerful ones that we could have pulled. So the 10, we have 16. We literally need a 1. We just need a 1. Okay. Well, now we have to get 21. So this is not looking good. And that's 6, and obviously that doesn't matter. So that also doesn't matter because there's nowhere to put it. So this game is now, Haa'runi managed to escape us. This is the end of the game. We can't not beat Haa'runi, as you can see here with our cards. We can do 6 to take out the Mythosaur, but also that would take out our Basilisk because it's in the same row. 5 to take out the 5. Then another 5 takes out this 4. But then we're left with Haa'runi, which we cannot kill because we have no more cards to attack him with. So let's try one more game and see if we can't win. Okay, starting off poorly. Okay. Damn. That's another kill. Alright, because that was so short, we're going to try one more game. I'm not even going to bother to pause the recording for setup. I'm just going to draw here. Oh, I forgot to put this one back. Okay. Now we have something to defend ourselves. Let's remember to set our health. Okay. Ugly grid. That's fine. Center card. Okay. Let's burn it. Let's take the 2 damage. Okay. Let's take 3 damage. Let's go ahead. Go up 1. Okay, we got a Basilisk, so that's pretty good. And a Mythosaur, so that's not very good. Let's not bind the Basilisk to anything until we get a stronger card to bind it to. 5. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not good. Let's burn this. Okay. Let's do this 4 cards. Two. Okay. Let's block it. Getting low on health. Let's do these 2 cards. Yakut, so let's roll for it. It's a 1. Not a very good weapon, but whatever. Hey. Okay. Let's go ahead and bind the Basilisk to this 4 so I can start using it because I'm not doing too hot. Okay, so we're going to use the Basilisk and the 4 to block this 3. I could have used this 5 earlier, but that's fine. Let's have a look up here. Okay, 5 cards go at the bottom of the deck. One, 2. Discard, refill, draw, and 1 card. Okay, let's scan this card. Auto-assume, okay. So we can take auto-assume with this 5 and this 4. We lose the 5 because it's not bound to the Basilisk, but we capture auto-assume, the one who evaded us last time. Okay. Let's draw and 6. Okay. Okay, let's burn the 6. Have a look-see at these ones and these ones. Okay, there's hold. Okay, that's good. Let's grab this 6. Okay, that's 6 cards. We can't take any more. Hold was right here, I believe. So let's go ahead and capture hold. We can use the Basilisk with that and that. the 6. So the Basilique and the 4 take out this 2. Oops. No, take out that 2. And then the 6 takes out hold. Capture hold. Basilique returns with the 4. 6. Excellent. Let's go ahead and burn our 5. 5. Have a look. Okay. Take you. A 5. Let's take this 1 and the Basilique with the 4. So we take no damage, but we lose the 1. Okay. So that one will go down there to refill from the starting point. Let's take the 1 damage. Actually, no, let's not take the 1 damage because we have the Basilique. All right. I believe it was this turn. Okay. Let's burn this 5 and have a look at these 5 cards. Let's grab that 4 next turn. Let's discard that, and because we're discarding it, we can have a look at 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And let's grab that 4. We're loaded with weapons now. Okay. Let's use the 6 to block that 6. Take no damage since we're getting low on health. That was a draw, so I need to flip a card. Flip this card. Let's take that. Build a deck. Draw a card. Let's discard that because I don't have space for it in my inventory. And then we'll burn this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll draw. We can block that with the Basilique and the 4. We can take this. Let's take that and replace that. I only have 6. Okay, let's search it again. 6 cards to the bottom of the deck. Okay, and then discard that and look. Okay. Right now, my best bet is to go for this card, the Dekut. 0, so it's nothing, worth nothing. We just discard it for free. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, that goes up here. Do we want that? Nah, we'll just discard that because I'd rather keep this health just in case. Okay, not good. Discard because I don't have space for it. Okay, please be here. Nope. Okay. We can Basilique that and tank it. No damage from the Basilique in the 4. Okay, that's, yeah, of course it's right there. Okay, so the Basilique in the 4 plus this 3, so the 3 takes out this 3. And then the Basilique plus 4 plus 5 takes out both the Mythosaur and Cod Haa'runi. And that's how you win. So that is Beroya. It is pretty fun, kind of addictive. Yeah, that's about it. See ya.